Hey there, what's happening? xypop something. I can't even see my computer now, it's all... Anyhow, I just got your friend request earlier. I thought that was really cool. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I didn't expect that. I was kind of like hoping to see something tomorrow whenever you're doing your replies to the questions they're asking you. But I sure didn't expect a friend request. So, yeah, I really appreciate it. That was really cool of you. I hope to be talking back and forth with you even more. Now, I had mentioned this morning, of course you already know what I was talking about, but I had mentioned also that I was thinking about doing vlogs. I think I did. And I had got some of them started, and I've got some of them in folders, and it kind of talks about one particular one where I started it. It's like it talks about where when I met this particular person back last September whenever we started hanging out. And I only talked about what went on the one day that we hung out. It didn't talk about from there on to what's going on now. So I just jumped over everything until another blog I did yesterday, which was not a very good blog. I mean, I kind of got a little irate, and then I was like, okay, wait a minute, I need to chill out here and try this again. But also, since then, something else has happened. It's like my ex-boyfriend from 2000 has moved back from California. So I've been doing like 4 or 5 vlogs of what we've been doing, hanging out and all that, and what's kind of going on from there. Well, when I said something about the guy who I've been kind of talking to, who is a bisexual, who prefers women over men and all this, I told him the truth that, you know, I've been talking to my ex lately and whatever. Well, he kind of got a little irate and said a few things that I thought at the moment he should not have said. So, like I said, I jumped over that huge moment from between whenever him and I met and where we're at now. So it's like I was going to go back and go, say, okay, this is what happened at this particular point, and act in that role where I was at those times. It's hard to do. And I'm thinking, okay, now wait a minute, how do I start this? For one, I'm nervous, like you said you were, and I think it is like your blog 1000. You brought your first blog spout, and you're like, you're really nervous to talk or something. So yeah, started talking about whenever me and this guy Kenny from Chicago, who comes in every now and then, who does not communicate with me quite well, started talking about how we met the first day when we was hanging out, and just totally left everything else out from then to now. And this happens to be a guy who just unusually, most people can't do or find this, but he happens to be one of the only people who I've ever met that can make me face my shit, make me think about myself in certain ways and things that I do, and we kind of need that to grow up. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes I think he's in my life for a reason. I just don't know what it is yet. So it's like sometimes, because we don't communicate, he does not communicate well, and it kind of pees me off a little bit. And so I don't know. We only text each other back and forth on the phones. We don't talk until he comes over here, and he's only hanging out here for a little while. He'll stay all night. We do our thing, and he takes off and he leaves. So, like I said, I've left all that out. And then, like I said, recently I've reconnected with an ex from 2000, and whenever Kenny from Chicago found this out, he made a remark and said something, and then I did a blog yesterday. Who the hell does he think he is? He doesn't know anything about what went on between me and DeAndre from California, on and on. And then later on it goes into me talking about, well, you know what, this is another blog that I was kind of getting into this morning, early this morning, like when I got off of work at 4 a.m. I worked at a nightclub. When I got off work, I did another vlog talking about, I thought about what Kenny from Chicago had said, the guy I've been seeing, about DeAndre, the guy who I used to date. Thinking, you know what, he's right. He's an X for an X. So I need to think about what I'm doing and just leave that alone. So my question, I'm just kind of explaining this story here. My question is, should I go back and fill that hole in? Should I go back further and explain how I got to where I'm at first? Or do I just drop that and start from here and go forward and just add those pieces in? Or maybe just talk about other things, and then whenever this kind of simmers off, then start vlogging or talking about different subjects. So it's kind of confusing. You say, I really want to do this because listening to you, how you are just, this has really changed your life with the whole YouTube thing. I see that in people. I've watched you talk about this, and I've heard someone else talk about this, and it's like, I want to do this. But yeah, I'm nervous. I get tongue twisted, and I don't think I have that camera persona. I really don't know. I mean, I've not quite got myself into it yet. But I guess me looking at my own stuff on videos, like, that ain't right. You look stupid. You look like a fool. You don't make any sense. You go from one subject to the other, and people are going to be like, dude, just chill out. So see, there I go. But yeah, my question is, how should I start this? Do I fill that space in that's empty? Do I also go back and say, okay, this is where I got to where I'm at now? Do I just let this kind of linger off and then just kind of move on from there and bring out my topics? So do me a favor. Give me some ideas, please. I'd love to hear from you. One-on-one if you want to. I mean, blog me back live. I would love to hear from you doing that, because I can actually feel what you're saying instead of reading. I don't feel it as well as I do whenever I watch someone talking. I kind of read into people. So yeah, please blog me back. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to see that. I would love to try to understand, where you got it from. How did this all start, and what should I do? Where do I go? So please hit me back. This might sound crazy to you, this whole thing I just did here. Can you imagine me trying to do vlogs all the time now? So yeah, holler at me back and give me some ideas, please. And I'll be watching a whole lot more of you. Take care. Later.